All right, this is the, oh goodness, what is it? We are here at Grünauer. This
Okay,
is...
I'm sorry. I was super out of focus.
Josh, I'm trying to start so bad right
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back everybody to another episode of Will Vlog for Food. Today we are at Grünauer, which is an Austrian-German, I'm going to stop waving this knife around. It's an Austrian-German restaurant. The name Grünauer comes from the last name of a man named Peter Grünauer, who came over from Austria, and his son and daughter started this restaurant and kept the last name as the name of the restaurant. This restaurant has Austrian food, German food, Hungarian food, so that's kind of what they specialize in here. So we've got some Schnitzels, we've got some Gulasch, we've got some Spätzle, and a variety of different meats that we're going to try today. It's going to be really, really great, and I'm super excited. Let's eat.
Today we have 3 different selections, all with a completely different array of food choices. I'm not going to start with food. I'm going to start with this thing. It's called Stadthab. It's got mango habanero vodka with Stiegel grapefruit radler over ice with a Pimm's blackberry elderflower float and lime garnish. First of all, presentation is everything, and this drink is beautiful to look at. The gradient of the different colors, and I love lime in general. That's so strange. Okay, because you get this slight burn, very slight burn of the habanero, but you get the really floral aftertaste of the elderflower. That's really refreshing. It's definitely the habanero kind. It's a spicy kind of a burn, not an alcohol sort of a burn. There's like that mild sensation you get like in your chest, but this is really good. The mango and the elderflower, not flavors I normally just choose to get. They go really well together. I like this drink.
All right, so this dish in the center here is called the Bauer. We have 3 different preparations of meat here. We've got pork loin or pork chops, pork belly, and a veal sausage over house-made sauerkraut. So this is a veal sausage. Ooh, first thoughts, very lean. Now onto the pork belly. It's gonna be a huge bite, man. Dude, that is really good. That is cooked just so well. It's got a lot of fat in it, but the flavor, oh my gosh, the flavor is wonderful. I think this was grilled. Fantastic. Very tender pork belly. It's very tender, but there's a lot of fat, which I do not mind at all because it carries flavor like nobody's business. Okay, so this is the pork loin, or the pork chop. Okay, that was once again extremely flavorful, also very tender. What I like about this dish is that everything sits on a bed of homemade sauerkraut. And the sauerkraut adds even more flavor onto these meats. So it's very interesting. I'm gonna try some of the sauerkraut just by itself really quick. I love sauerkraut. That's way better sauerkraut than I've ever had in my life because I think it's authentic. This is extremely good sauerkraut. And there's potatoes in this sauerkraut. This dish is a winner for me. I love this.
All of this back over here. I'm gonna go with the veal bratwurst first. That's very good. The casing is rather thick on this, and the texture of it honestly reminds me of like a hot dog, if that gives you an idea. But it's like lighter than a hot dog. The hot dog is like you tear it into it and it's like, bite into a hot dog and it's still got some like weight to it. This almost feels like airy, almost it's not solid all the way through, if that makes sense. Like the casing has more substance to it than the actual meat inside of it. Very good, especially with the sauce that they have here. I don't know what the sauce is, but it's very good. I'm gonna move on to the pork belly. Yeah, that looks great. You can taste the grill. That is really great. Initially, you bite into it and you get the pork flavor that you know and love, combined with that sauce that it is glazed in, and then you hit those grill lines, and it all just kind of pops in your mouth. This is a very thick cut of meat, and I'm not talking like actual thickness, I'm talking about the texture itself. It has a lot of substance to it, even though there's only like a little bit there on your plate. It's almost like half a meal, just that one little strip of meat. It's very good, very flavorful, more enjoyable to me than the veal sausage that I had. I'm gonna move on to the pork chop. It's a pork chop. I don't really see anything over the top about it. What I will say for it is it's not dry. Sort of a love-hate relationship with pork chops. They can get dry so quickly, but this one keeps the juice inside of it. I don't know what they do with it. Maybe it's the fact that it sits on a bed of sauerkraut. Maybe it's the sauce they put with it. It stays juicy, and I really appreciate that. Oh. Long time ago. Okay, not that long. But a couple years ago, for my sister's graduation party, she made a huge vat, and I mean it, a vat, full of what they call German potato salad, right? And it had potatoes, sauerkraut, bacon, all sorts of different things. It was some of the best flavors I've had. This brings me back to that time and surpasses that. It's a sweetness to it that's kind of vinegary, but it doesn't take the bite of the vinegar, it just takes the sweetness, along with the pickled flavor. It's obviously sauerkraut. And the potatoes, we were talking to our server, he's right, the potatoes add just a thickness to the sauerkraut that is just, the texture is what sells it so much. And I gotta say, it's the sauerkraut and the potatoes are my favorite part of this dish. Get me some more of that. Have you ever seen the movie Hoodwinked? In it, there is that happy Austrian dancing man who sells Schnitzel on a stick. And on a stick. And ever since then, I have just been intrigued. What is Schnitzel? So we got some, because they offer it here and they're known for it. This is Jaegerschnitzel vom Schwein. One thing they were telling us is that usually Schnitzel has a heavy breading on the outside. What's different about this is they do a lighter breading on it, and then they put it on a flat top grill, and then they just douse it with this mushroom cream sauce. And that spoke to me. I love mushrooms. I love mushroom cream sauce. I needed this. Oh, and then on the side here, it's a Spätzle. When I was talking to the server, he was like, there's like 40,000 different ways to say the word. I say Spätzle, and it's a very American way of saying it. Oh, the mushroom cream sauce just adds, there's this warmth that it brings. The pork, very good, very juicy, but that mushroom cream sauce elevates that flavor so much. One second, I need more. That is incredible.
Dude, ooh. I really want to eat it.
I don't have words for that. That is, the highlight for me is the sauce they put on the top. The schnitzel is incredible. I would love to try it in 100 different ways now that I've had it for the first time. Mushroom cream sauce. I'd love to put it on everything. A lot of people complain about mushrooms in dishes like this because they get slimy or they're just a little too wet. Neither of those things are true about this. They are firm, but they're not like hard. Spätzle, spatula. I'm gonna eat it. Neither of us really knew what this was, so we looked it up. And it said something about spiced dough dumplings, and we were like, what is that? And just looking at it, I don't know what it is still, but I know that it's spiced dough dumplings. It's very delicious. Spätzle, small dumplings of a type made in southern Germany, and another place consisting of seasoned dough poached in boiling water.
It's my turn to try the Jaegerschnitzel vom Schwein. I've only ever had Wiener Schnitzel before, so wow. Pork scallopini with a mushroom cream sauce. Oh boy. This dish, specifically, this type of schnitzel is just very thinly sliced meat. It's sauced and seasoned and tons of other stuff. A satisfying texture. I'm gonna try the Spätzle. 40,000 different ways to say it. Yeah? You say Spätzle? Wait, how do you say it? Well, I say it. I say it. I say it Spätzle. Alright. I choked on some Spätzle. Sorry. I've never had Spätzle before, but I love it. They're not like hard or anything, they're nice and soft. Can a food be fun to eat?
Yeah.
Food can be fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm having fun. This food is very fun to eat. That's all that pops in my mind when I eat Spätzle. This dish in front of me is the Ungarisches Rindsgulasch. I said that correctly, believe it or not. Ungarisches Rindsgulasch. right? Ungarisches Rindsgulasch.
Ungarische Rindsgulasch.
Yes. Hungarian style goulash in a spicy paprika sauce. I'm excited to try this. This looks, I can smell the spiciness. Here we go. Immediately, the first food that jumps to mind when I eat this, for some reason, is curry. But hear me out. It's the beef. What is goulash?
According to Wikipedia, goulash is a stew or soup of meat and
Wow.
According to Wikipedia, goulash is a stew or soup of meat and vegetables, and that is exactly what I thought of. I thought of curry, and the beef that is in this reminds me of a dish that I had one time where the beef just falls apart in your mouth. This beef does just that. It's not like really hecka spicy. It's not, it doesn't like blow your head off spicy, but it's a nice spice. It kind of ruminates in your mouth a little bit. It makes you like, oh, okay, where's the next bite gonna take me? You know what I'm saying? I'm taking really big bites, dude.
I can see that. You look like a chipmunk.
I love this. But also, I took way too big of a bite, which I always happen to do. So I'm still working on the goulash in my mouth, but I still need more food. I need to try some more of this Spätzle.
Does it taste any different than the one I had? Yeah, I figured. For real, you're still working on it.
What have I done? What have I done? I'm not very good at the action of eating. I'm good at tasting, not good at eating. So I gotta say that this dish is fantastic pairing of flavors. The Spätzle combined with the goulash next to it is just a wonderful, it's like two towns of flavors came together and decided to create a whole feast for both towns to enjoy. And everybody's just experiencing new things for the first time. At least I am, because I've never had any of this before. It's amazing.
I am going to wisely cut a smaller bite out of this. You know, when I think of goulash, I don't know why, but the word goulash comes to mind, and I just think of those rain boots. Let's see if these taste better than rubber boots. Considerably better than rain boots. I think the sauce, specifically, the stew around it, very good. It kind of reminds me of like a roast beef texture. It's kind of a stringier meat, not a lot of fat. It has kind of a, what kind of flavor is this? The spices on this meat are vaguely aromatic. You take a bite, you swirl it around, and then there's kind of like this aura of flavor that just lingers in your mouth. It just kind of like resonates all the way around. Very good. I enjoy this dish a lot. I will say, I like the Schnitzel more. And you're right about the Spätzle. It really goes well with the sauce. Because I've had goulash before where it's kind of like there's like a lot of noodles almost instead of like the dumplings we have here. And that's kind of the idea I'm getting from it. I really love these roasted red peppers. So we totally didn't forget to do an outro. Well, better yet, welcome back to another outro for Will Vlog for Food.
We forgot to record an outro, so now we're recording an outro in place of the outro that we were supposed to create. So, that was Grünauer. That was really good. Make sure you go check it out. Lots of good German, Austrian, and Hungarian food to try out. Great wait staff. They're all awesome.
Yeah, very knowledgeable, very, very friendly. They were very engaging the whole time.
And very fluent in pronunciation when we couldn't be. Thank you for coming in clutch, Ricardo. So if you haven't already yet, please subscribe to us here on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so you can get up-to-date updates for every single episode we release every single weekend. Ooh. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you like our Facebook page. We also have extra content on there as well.
We are also found on
Patreon.
I love Patreon. It's a wonderful way for us to get involved with you guys. Your input comes our way, our input stays our way, but still, there's some cool rewards waiting for you. Stuff like t-shirts that are freely given away each month to one lucky patron, or some even cooler benefits like gift cards to some of your favorite restaurants. So go check that place out. Lots of cool stuff.
Do it! Being that we are entering the fall, wow, I almost stepped in a little ditch there.
You just said we're getting into the fall season. There's a lot of fall flavors out there. Stuff like pumpkin spice and pears, apparently.
Ooh.
Pears are apparently a fall flavor. But I want to know from you guys, what is your favorite fall flavor? Actually, what are the fall flavors? I don't even know what all the fall flavors are. Please let us know.
Please.
You stepped in a hole.
But that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time,
Chill out
and feast. Dude, this is like music video material.
Car coming.